Welcome to Comfort Africa number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. I do a lot of these things because they don't really make mainstream news. So I'm going to do this one and I'll do more videos later because I've had a really bad day. So, HIV positive dance coach, 30 years of age, featured in a reality show Bring It, pleads guilty for raping a 16-year-old boy who has since been diagnosed with the virus. Here we go. So that's the guy. I don't really watch reality TV because I really want to be on reality TV. I actually really just want to be on TV. So, I do these again because they don't really make regular news. I did another one earlier today about 13-year-old boy who killed a 14-year-old girl because he thought she was pregnant with his child. You guys can find that here under Sad Story. So, let's begin. A dance teacher that appeared in a reality TV show, Bring It, pleads guilty in Tennessee. Great, that's right next door to us. For raping a 16-year-old student and exposing the boy to the AIDS virus. Shelby County District Attorney Office announced on Tuesday the 30-year-old John Connor III avoided trial when he pleaded guilty to the criminal exposure of HIV, statutory rape by the authority figure, and solicitation of a minor. Investigations say Connor was 26 years old when on several occasions he had unprotected sex with in the backseat of his car with a 16-year-old boy he met on social media in 2015. Good God, man. These pictures aren't showing up, so I'm just going to read the article. It also came by DailyMail.com on my phone. A short time later, the teenager joined Connor's dance team in infamous... What the fuck is that? I'm going to spell it out for you. Dancerettes, I think? I don't really know if that's correct. Dancerettes. I guess it's Dancerettes, which has been featured on the Lifetime show Bring It. I don't watch Lifetime since Denise Austin doesn't do exercise on there anymore, so that should tell you guys that, yeah, I'm a sick freak, but I only watched it for Denise Austin. Otherwise, I have no business on Lifetime. Because if you quote Saturday Night Live, it's TV for women and gay men. Although they do have great movies on there now. Anyway, moving on. Unquote, by the way. The relationship between the teacher and the student continued to exchange and text messages which include details about their sexual activities and nude photos. Prosecutors say Connor didn't tell the teen that he was diagnosed with HIV back in 2012. When the boy learned that Connor had HIV positive status in 2016, he told his parents about the sexual encounters around the time he got tested positive for the virus. What the fuck, man? I'm sorry. I meant to keep that in my head. Connor was arrested in September 2016 after turning himself in. The following was a release from jail. Dance instructor took the Facebook page. What? Let me reread that. Connor was arrested in 2016 in September after turning himself in. The following release from jail, that's where I screwed up. Following his release from jail, damn dyslexic. Following his release from jail, the dance instructor took to his Facebook page, which he since deleted the post of deviant messages containing that of allegations against him were not so true. Connor scheduled to be sentenced in December the 20th. Well, his Christmas just went to hell in a handbasket. Okay, there is nothing else on that I can see. Oh my god. Okay. I got two more stories that I'm gonna just add on to this, if I can get this right. Man rapes Jehovah's Witness, sentenced to 5 years in prison. Let's go there. Man who raped a Jehovah's Witness girls, he must have raped more than one, sentenced to 5 years in prison. It's finally over. The chapter's finally closed. Oh boy. I want to say this is Maura Hughes. So I'm going to spell it out for you because I could be wrong. Moriah Hughes was 14 when the then 25-year-old, holy crap, I do not know how to say that. Elihu Rodriguez sexually abused her, she said. Uh, Miss Hughes left the Jehovah's Witness faith after the elders of the church turned away when she approached them with the accusations of rape against another fellow congregation member when she was 14 and he was 25. My God, man. How could you turn away? Never mind. That's only going to piss me off if I go into that. It's kind of one of the reasons why I just believe in God and I don't really follow too many religions because there's just like so much red tape and a lot of bullshit and a lot of devils running religions. I'm sorry for saying that for whoever's watching if you're religious, but it is the truth. There are more devils in church than there is in hell. A man who pleaded guilty to raping two underage girls he met through the Jehovah's Witness congregation they all belong to has been sentenced to 5 years in prison, a relief to his victims. Mr. Rodriguez, Yukima, my God, I probably didn't say that right, so I'm going to spell it out for you. Yakima, Washington, was given 5 years maximum sentence. Prosecutors had asked for after Rodriguez pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts of child rape in the third degree in September. He was also ordered to register as a sex offender. Both of his victims attended the sentencing, which took place Friday in King County. Good God. Meling? Maleng, Regional Justice Center in Washington, in Kent, in Washington. NBC News does not typically identify the survivors of rape victims, but for Rodriguez's victims, Maura Hughes chose to share her name last year. She had been 5 days away from turning 15 when Rodriguez in 25 raped her on October the fucking 2012 at her home. Good God, man. It is true. Most women are raped by people that they know, not strangers. Strangers are isolated incidents. I was learning this shit in class like last semester or whatever. But most women are raped by people that they know. And I like to thank my teacher for explaining that to me. My teacher was a female state trooper. She explained to us that, the person that's closest to the woman is generally the person that would probably be the one that rapes her. I'm not talking like parents or brothers unless it's like an incest thing, but for the most part, like a family friend or some shit like that, generally it's the person that you know that's more likely to rape you than a stranger, unless the stranger's a sick son of a bitch that just rapes you. That has nothing to do with this, but that's just something I threw in. Who the hell was I? Raped in her home. Okay, Hughes told NBC News after Rodriguez was sentenced that she felt fantastic knowing that he's going to be behind bars. It's finally over. This chapter is finally closed, she said. I can continue my life knowing that the trauma was worth it. I didn't go through it all this for nothing. I was justified. At Rodriguez's sentencing, Hughes described to the court her life was completely derailed by the abuse. In tears, religious leaders put the blame on her. Of course they did. And my life I was living hell. She counted sheep until she couldn't eat. Well, she couldn't sleep, she couldn't eat. Sorry, I misread that because of this damn dyslexic problem. I was on the edge of the smallest upset caused me to purge. She has some serious issues. Hughes is now 22. She said the victim impact statement added to was his later diagnosed as postpartum stress syndrome or disorder and some other stuff. Bringing the system to smell like Rodriguez, causing her to have debilitating panic attacks. So whenever she could smell his cologne, she would be fucked up. At one point, Hughes, at the sentencing, he said she said she was crippled by depression and contemplated ending her life. And she told the court she wrote a suicide note last year. Her friends and her family apologized for not being stronger and begging someone to please love my cat, Goose. And then Hughes became from she had become friendly with Rodriguez at the Worship Meeting Association with the congregation, which was the base of Mendington, Washington. I'm probably totally not saying that right. Milton, I think. She said when he started giving her gifts, such as new clothes, a cell phone, Hughes, who was taunting through her religion, that sex is only between a husband and wife, had no idea she was being groomed for sexual abuse. Yeah, that's also most women that get raped have been groomed by the person that they know. She also says he raped her at least 6 times over the course of several months. God damn, this thing's still going on. Bottom line is the two things piss me off about that. One, her religious group, the Jehovah's Witnesses, did not give a damn. That pisses me the hell off. And what really pisses me off is that this son of a bitch is only gonna get 5 years. Now, had that been me, they threw the book at my ass. I'd get like life or some shit like that. And he raped more than just her. He raped another girl. So it's kind of really fracked up that he only gets a victim. It has this thing on here that's a quote in quotations. It says they had to use the Bible victim shame me, the Bible to victim shame me for what I had done, and they never did anything to him. Okay, so whatever congregation of Jehovah Witnesses she's is, I'm just this thing just goes on and on and on, and I don't want to leave this video after 15 minutes of this poor woman's rape story. So here's another rape story, and it'll be the last one I'm gonna put on here. Pilot rapes a 13-year-old girl and then asks her to keep quiet, then begging her not to tell anyone for his career and his reputation. And sadly, this is another son of a bitch that's black who just made us all look bad. So here's that bastard. Thanks, fucker. I'm multicultural, but if your skin is brown, your ass is going down. It's just that simple. Okay, so apparently, the pilot rapes the girl, then tells her to keep quiet because he was afraid he'd lose his job and ruin his career and his reputation. Kudos to this guy because he was thinking ahead big time. Oh please, I'm gonna rape you, but don't tell anybody because it's gonna ruin my life and my career. And he didn't think about her life at the time he was doing this shit. Awesome. So I don't know what this word is, but I'm gonna spell it out for you. APPLAUDS. To this pilot who was taking charge of hundreds of people every day aboard the flight for doing such a horrendous act. Sorry, I'm a little lost. It is quite disturbing to see such people doing bashful activities that attracts people physically and puts mentally anguish on. God, I hope the dog didn't crap. Anyway, I can smell something. The good news is that the pilot has now been sentenced to more than 7 years behind prison for raping the young girl. The arrested pilot, who was recognized as Trevin McLeod, was arrested after he landed a flight in Manchester Airport in the UK. Okay, on September the 7th. So that was a couple of months ago, I think. The victim was 13-year-old. The victim was a minor girl who was just 13, who was raped and sexually assaulted by Trevor McLeod when he is released. He will be the subject of sexual harm prevention order. I guess that's what they call that in the UK for making him a sex offender. I don't know. It is reported that the rapist Trevor McLeod used and sent a 13-year-old girl text messages regarding the sexual assault he had done to her. When he got to know that the girl was planning to report to the authorities about the attack, he flooded her with text messages ordering her to stop going to the authorities at all. He blackmails her with messages. His text messages mostly show him asking her to not go to the police. He also says that Even might lose his job and ruin his career, blah, blah, blah. We read that at the top line, so we'll just scroll up. The girl deserves to be appreciated. Anyway, the girl did her job. We all are very proud of her. These messages were presented in the judge. Well, he got more than 5 years. That's about the only good thing that came out of this damn report. The assault took place. Damn it, the messages presented before the judge in the court proved that the great help to evidence that the assault took place. The message had proof of the molestation and the blackmailing and was done by Trevor McLeod to the young girl. And, okay, here's more. Popular American actor, what the fuck? Okay, this might still be part of the story. Popular American actor and film producer Brad Pitt decided his love life, this has nothing to do with that, and it's more on Brad Pitt. I have no idea what the hell happened, but Trevor McLeod, you're a dick. Thanks for fucking it up for black people around the world. So we're gonna end this video there. You know, I mean, this is just like 3 rape stories right there. I'm James Williams Jr. Come for number 2. Be seeing you.